guys, welcome to episode 4. Thanks for joining us. In this episode, we're going to be diving into the EVP sessions that Pat conducted in his old office in our old apartment. You'll get to hear the raw audio of the responses to Pat's questions, the unexplained voices, and Pat's responses as he tries to make sense of who or what is answering him back. Following Pat's video, I will be uploading a few more EVPs that he has captured, so grab your headphones and stay a little longer, listen closely, and maybe you could figure out what's being said.
All right, so here's the deal. Allison asked me to narrate one of the EVPs that I collected in the apartment on the other side of the building that we shared before. The reason that I'm doing this for her is because this EVP needs a little bit of context because she wasn't there when it was recorded. My YouTube channel had just begun to expand, so I went out and I had purchased some good recording equipment, decent audio interface. At the time, I had condenser microphones. I use dynamic mics now, but I had condenser mics before. So I'd always done EVPs by using either a handheld MP3 recorder or a voice recorder on the phone, or back when I first started doing it, I'd actually used mini cassettes. I wanted to see if I could hear an EVP as I was recording it. Now, the whole point of electronic voice phenomenon is that the voices come later. The point of an EVP is you don't hear it. It somehow imprints itself beyond the recognition of the listener. But I figured if I had my headphones on, as if I was recording a podcast or a YouTube show and looping my own audio through to my own ears with a really good microphone, I figured if I cranked the gain up as high as I could, to the point where I knew it was going to get some distortional effects. I knew there would be artifacts of cranking the gain that high. So I knew that even if I got anything, it would be, it really wouldn't prove shit, because you could easily just say, it would be very easy to debunk anything by saying, well, you had the gain so high, it's going to pick up tons of artifacts, and you're going to get pareidolia of the ears, and you're going to be able to find, any word that you're looking for in that kind of a mess. And that's what I kind of stuck with. But I wanted to try it anyway. So I had the mic on a stand. I turned the gain all the way up. Something like this. Where you can hear tons of background noise. I'm really loud. The gain was as high as it would go. I was looking for something that I could pick up with my own ears, and I didn't. So I sat there, I had a bit of a conversation. I did the usual EVP thing. I had a little flashlight across the room with the top just barely connected, and I started having a conversation with what seemed like something that was there. Can I prove it? No. But I would ask questions, and I would ask whatever it was to touch the light or try to go near it, and the light would flicker. And it was more than coincidental amounts. So I thought I had something. I'm actually going to show you the waveform in the DAW that I use, which is Adobe Audition. So what you're going to hear is right about this area right here of the recording. You follow?
I heard some creepy stuff. I've heard some childish stuff.
Now, before we actually get to it, you can already hear the artifacts of having the gain so loud. But believe me, when we get to the EVP, which is right here, you're going to realize that this is not an artifact of the gain.
Walked around in the night. We've heard you. I heard some creepy stuff. I've heard some childish stuff. Heard some stuff in this house.
As you can tell, I had no idea that that was there. That was so loud and so clear. I heard nothing. We'll loop it again.
Childish stuff. Heard some stuff.
This is the clearest, most impactful EVP I've ever recorded. I didn't realize it until the next day when I played through the recording that it was even there. And immediately I was thinking, well, It had to have been a moment where Allison came into the room and said something. And then we both listened to it, and we realized that that's not her voice.
Childish. Heard some stuff.
Let's increase the view here so you can see the waveform a bit more clearly. It's right here. That's a woman's voice. That's not an artifact of anything. If we turn up the volume a bit. I have no idea what it's saying. But one of the beauties of having a good DAW is that you can do this. I still can't tell what it's saying, but pretty weird. So that's one of my EVPs. So we'll take it back and I'll let you hear it from the top.
We've heard you. I heard some creepy stuff. I've heard some childish stuff. Heard some stuff. In this house.
So you be the judge. And let Allison know what you think in the comments, and leave a like and subscribe if you like that EVP. And if you have any questions about that specific EVP, leave it in the comments or drop her an email. And if it's a question about this EVP, just write it to her and just care of Balefire, which is my YouTube channel, and I can answer any question that you have about it. So nice to talk to all of you, and back to her channel.
Guys, yeah, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely comment if you can, share your thoughts or ideas. I'd love to hear them. I check all comments.